So here's another quick video. I got a message from Lynda Arroyo down in Florida, and she asks, hey, do you have any tips on mixing photos together? What she's talking about here is some tips on creating collages inside of Photoshop, and this is a really good use of some of the same techniques that I did with Milo in the Milo and the tripod video. So here we go. So in my conversation with Lynda, she said she was going to create an 8x10. So let's just start by creating a file that's 8x10. 200 pixels per inch should be quite fine for what she's doing. If this were going to like a magazine or something like that, we would pump it up to at least 300 pixels per inch, which is standard, but 200 pixels per inch is quite fine. So let's bring in our first image, and let's pull in Allison. And we'll cheat a little bit, we'll make this image fill the screen. What we're going to do next is pull in another picture, this time a picture of Milo. And we're going to have him make it look like he's actually just kind of sitting in the corner, paying no mind as Allison flies over his shoulder. The key here is to create something called a layer mask. So what you want to do is at the bottom of your layers palette, you'll see this little icon. And this is to add a layer mask. So with that Milo layer selected, tap that add layer mask, and you'll notice it added a white box to the right. The whole thing about layer masks is anywhere you have white in that mask, the image of Milo will show through. However, anywhere where we paint black into the mask, we're saying do not show Milo's image. So we can even just go in here really tight and paint out all of this area to the left. And we can even zoom in, make the brush a lot smaller, and get more detailed of an edge. If you look at these boxes, you can swap the foreground and background colors just by clicking these arrows, or by hitting X on your keyboard. Now I have white in the foreground selected for this brush. And lo and behold, see how I chopped out that corner of Milo's head? I can go back in and I'm repainting white into that mask, and therefore it brings Milo's image back. So it's really non-destructive. It's a really great way to go in and combine images and have a ton of control. You can zoom in as much as you want to get as detailed as you want. Again, I hit X to delete. If I go down and I Van Gogh Milo by chopping off his ear, I can hit X again or select white, and I can paint his ear back in. So this is a little bit painstaking, but you get a ton of control over where you're actually showing this image that you've just put in. I've put Milo, albeit a little bit sloppily, into that lower right hand corner. So I did have that third image, and let me just hide this one layer of Milo. And if you notice for this image, there's a soft edge. So let's add another layer mask. Select the brush tool, make sure it's black. But for here, what we want to do is make this a much softer brush. And by doing that, we're going to be creating a softer edge to paint with. So let's go in and create a softer edge to paint with. And I'm doing this freehand on a laptop. If I had a tablet here, I can move much quicker because it's kind of like painting with a pencil. And zoom back out. Make the brush a little bit bigger just so we can erase more faster. And there you go, just a really rough mask. Again, if I had taken my time with this, you can see how I can get really nice and neat. But again, with that softer brush, you can do something that's a little bit more realistic because the original image had a bit of softness to the edge. So really, that's it. It comes down to adding the images, then adding a layer mask, and then painting in what you want to keep by using white in the layer mask, and painting out what you don't want in the black. So that's it, Lynda. good luck. Just keep adding images and adding layer masks, and hopefully what you're looking to create comes out beautiful.